Hey, I'm Nick, and I help people improve their discipline and productivity in order to reach their dream lifestyles. And today I want to talk about the importance of using failures as lessons. You see, recently I've said that you're not perfect and you're going to encounter failure. And that's true. You cannot be perfect, especially with new things. You are going to stuff up once in a while. What matters is that you're being consistent rather than trying to be perfect. If you start off saying you're going to read 10 pages of a book a day, and then you try and do that, you muck up a few times and you try and make up for it, you're going to just drive yourself and spiral further and further into mucking up, and it's going to be a whole hassle. If you instead focus on being consistent and stop trying to think that you're going to make up for mistakes, that is where you're going to find the most growth. If you try going to the gym regularly, you're going to find that you might miss a day, you might muck up your routine, you might push yourself too hard the day before and end up feeling tired and end up feeling all these excuses churning in your stomach. And that is where it is time to take a step back and focus on not making up for your mistakes, but being consistent. In fact, improvement is better than perfection. If you had a choice on being perfect with the way you're doing things or just improving, improvement is going to be better because it teaches you lessons and it lets you have the room to find whether or not something works and find better ways of doing things. If you focus on being perfect all the time, then you're going to start cutting corners and make it easier to be perfect. What we want to do is make it easier to get the results. That's what matters. Not getting the results perfectly, but getting the results that are the best return on our effort. It's easy to have a perfect morning routine where you're going through things that are easy to do and that you know you're going to be able to do it for years to come. But if you focus on improving your morning routine and you start adding new things and letting yourself stuff up and learn from those mistakes, then your morning routine is going to be better than the one that is perfect and you're able to do flawlessly. Because failure isn't bad. It is annoying. It's disappointing to muck up something and put yourself further back in your progress and not be reaching the marks and going through the tasks and getting close to the goal like you want to. But failures are lessons. You will learn if you fail. You'll never learn if you never fail. If I never used to scroll on my phone a lot, then I'd never learn how to implement exercises and implement ways to counteract that and actually get on with your day and not be distracted with your phone. I needed to fail in order to know why I failed and what needed to be improved. Because if you never fail, that means that you've just wrapped yourself in this fortress of protection that you never let anything in that could possibly muck up your routine or anything that might work but might muck something else up. And then you just stop yourself from making any improvement and you just stay the same because you're obsessed with being perfect and never making mistakes. You need them to learn. But this should go without saying, but lessons without actions are just reminiscing and just pointless. When you do fail and you do learn a valuable lesson on why you failed, then you implement that. You do not just think, I'm not perfect, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter that you're making mistakes because it's a lesson, it's a valuable thing that you need to now use in your day-to-day life in order to not fail again. Because mucking up one time is a lesson. Mucking up twice the same way means that you haven't learnt the lesson. So that's it for today. And I hope that if there's anyone who's struggling with improving themselves and finding ways to do things and feel like they keep on failing, use those failures as a lesson. It's important that you go through that step of mucking up a lot in order to find out how to not do that and not muck up a lot and getting closer to being really good and not focusing so much about being perfect and setting up all these parameters so that you never muck up. But yeah, if you're still interested in learning more about productivity tips or tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching which you can join using the first link in the description below. But until then, see you later.